We'll start today by sitting in a comfortable seat on the mat, being sure to pull the flesh away from your sit bones so that you're starting with a stable foundation. Draw the navel in towards your spine and allow the crown of the head to reach towards the sky. Make that spine as tall as you can. Bring the shoulder blades together and down your back. So you're squeezing them together and pressing them down. You can place your hands on your thighs, palms up, and go ahead and close your eyes. Start to become aware of your breath and allow that breath to flow in through the nose and out through the nose, unless your nose is stuffy. If that's the case, use your mouth. We don't want to force anything in yoga. Start to make your inhale the same length as your exhale. With each inhale, allow the spine to grow tall. And then as you exhale, keep the length, but just begin to release tension. Bring your hands together at the heart in Anjali Mudra. We'll breathe together 3 times, and on the third exhale, we'll share the sound of Om. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Inhale and exhale. And for the third time together, inhale. Om. Bow your head. Place the hands on the thighs. Softly open your eyes, looking forward. We're going to start today laying on our backs. So you can move any props that you have out of the way and lay down comfortably on your back. Once you get there, you'll hug your knees into your chest. So just begin by rocking side to side here. Give your back a little massage. And then become still. On your inhale, the knees pull away from your chest as your arms straighten. And then as you exhale, hug those knees in. Inhale, knees pull away. Exhale, hug them in. Thanks, baby. Thank you. So you're going to keep those knees hugged in and place your hands between the backs of the thighs and the calves. And actually place both hands between the back of the right thigh and calf. And then extend that left leg long. So you're really hugging the right knee in and you're reaching through the left heel. As you inhale, begin to straighten that right leg. You can see mine doesn't get very straight. That's okay. Exhale, bend the knee. Inhale, straighten that leg. Exhale, bend the knee. One more time. Bring your left knee in to meet the right. Place the hands behind the thigh on the left leg. Extend the right leg long. So the knee is hugged in. We're reaching through the right heel. Inhale, straighten the left leg as much as possible. Exhale, bend the knee. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. One more time. Hug that right knee in to meet the left. Place the soles of the feet on the mat. Bring your arms by your sides, the palms face the floor. We're going to move into dynamic bridge pose. And before we lift our hips, be sure to draw your pelvic floor up, the navel in, and engage the glutes. Press down through the feet and lift those hips. As you exhale, the hips lower. Pelvic floor draws up, navel in, engage the glutes, lift the hips. Exhale, lower the hips. One more time. Pause here after you lower your hips, and then we're going to add our arms. So as you inhale, those hips lift as the arms come up overhead until the thumbs touch the space behind you. And as you exhale, arms come back down and lower at the same time as your hips. Inhale, everything lifts. Exhale, everything lowers. The next time everything lowers, pause there. Hug those knees back into the chest. The right hand is on the right knee, left hand on the left knee. Inhale, knees pull away from your chest. Exhale, draw the knees in. Inhale, knees pull away. Exhale, draw them in. One more time. So keep the knees hugged in, and we're going to start to rock head to tail, eventually bringing ourselves all the way up, or you can just use your arms to push yourself back up. So we find ourselves sitting in Sukhasana, easy pose, simple cross-legged posture. Navel draws in, crown of the head reaches towards the sky. Bring your arms by your sides. The arms will sweep out as you inhale. Palms come together up overhead. Exhale, hands come together at your heart. Inhale, arms sweep up, palms come together. Exhale, hands to heart. Keep moving here with your breath, moving at your own pace. One more time. Place your left hand by your side. On the inhale, the right fingertips reach to the sky as the spine lengthens. And then as you exhale, begin to tip to your left. You can walk your fingertips out here, bow out the right ribs. So try not to turn your chest towards the floor. If that happens, you're going to spin your left ribs towards the front of the room. Slowly bring yourself back up. Place the right hand by your side. On the next inhale, The left fingertips reach to the sky as the spine lengthens. Exhale, begin to tip to the right, bowing out those left ribs. Slowly bring yourself back up. Place the hands on the knees. So we're sitting with a nice tall spine here, and I want you to tip forward about 45 degrees without rounding the back. And then start to make nice big circles at the waist. Just warming up that mid-body. This is actually one of the hardest things for me to do in yoga. I guess because of my low back. Francis sees a skink, so hopefully he won't knock everything over. Trying to get to it. Oh, there it goes. And now we're going to reverse the direction of our circles. And now we'll come back to a neutral neck, neutral spine. Take your left hand behind your left hip, keeping the spine tall. The right hand comes to the top of the left knee. Root down through your sit bones. Inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, begin to twist to the left, starting at the belly, and then moving up, ribs, chest, shoulders, and head. To come out of the pose, press down through your sit bones. Inhale, grow tall. As you exhale, come back to center, starting with the head, shoulders, chest, ribs, belly. Right hand comes behind the right hip, left hand to the top of that right knee. Press down through the sit bones. Inhale, grow tall. As you exhale, begin to twist to your right. Press down once again through the sit bones. Inhale, grow tall. As you exhale, bring yourself back to center. Inhale, arms sweep up. Nice tall spine here. As you exhale, keep the length in the spine as you hinge from the hips, folding forward. Bring your hands down to the ground once you feel like you can't go any further. With the inhale, lengthen through the crown of the head. And with the exhale, maybe you can hinge a little further. Be careful, Francis. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge. Start to walk your hands back towards the body, coming back up to Sukhasana, easy pose. Switch the cross of the legs, readjust the sit bones. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, folding forward. And once you feel like you can't go any further, just bring the hands down to the ground. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge. Walk the hands back towards the body, and we'll come to all fours, hands and knees. So we find ourselves on all fours, Fingers are spread nice and wide and the hands are just slightly forward of your shoulders. Place the tops of the feet flat on your mat, and you're really going to press down through the tops of those toes. Your knees are just slightly behind your hips. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, shift the hips to the heels, the chest to the thighs, coming to extended child's pose. As you inhale, come up all fours. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale up all fours. Continue moving with your breath at your own pace. The next time you shift back to child's pose, pause there, keeping those elbows up off of your mat. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, begin to walk your hands out to the left. Here's the little baby skink that Francis is chasing. I don't mind them, but they do bite. Walk your hands out to the left here. Bow out the right ribs. Begin to walk the hands to center. And then on the next exhale, walk the hands out to the right as you bow out those left ribs. And bring those hands back to center. Come up all fours. So from here, we're going to move into downward facing dog. From all fours, you'll curl your toes under. Start to shift the hips towards the space behind you. The knees lift just a bit as you press back through the heels, coming to Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Relax your heels towards the mat. Relax the head and neck. Focus on your breath. Start to bend the knees. Go back down into child's pose. As you inhale, come up all fours, and we'll do that again. So curl the toes under. Begin to shift the hips towards the space behind you. Lift the knees just a bit as you press back. Bend the knees as you shift back to child's pose. Bring yourself up all fours, and we'll do that one more time. Curl your toes under. Hips shift towards the space behind you. Knees lift as you press back. So we'll start to walk our feet forward towards the hands, coming to Uttanasana, forward fold. Relax your head and neck here. Place the hands on the hips. Press down through your feet to come up to standing. So we come up and we stand in Tadasana, mountain pose. And to do that, we stand with our feet femur width apart. The feet are parallel to each other. Hips are stacked on knees, knees stacked on ankles, pelvis in neutral. Crown of the head reaching towards the sky. Shoulder blades together and down your back. As you inhale, arms sweep up. And then as you exhale, arms lower. You're moving with your breath at your own pace. The next time the arms come up overhead, allow those palms to come together to touch. As you exhale, hands come to your heart. So we're standing in Tadasana with the hands at the heart. Begin to shift your weight to the left foot, keeping that knee soft. The right foot becomes light. You can press it against the ankle, the calf, or the upper inner thigh. You just don't want to press it against your knee. So you're pressing your foot into the leg, pressing the leg into the foot. Find a gazing point, something not moving. It could be out in front of you or on the floor, and just soften your gaze. Watch your breath as it flows in through the nose and out through the nose. And if you feel stable, arms sweep up and tree branches grow for Vrikshasana, tree pose. Bring the hands back together, up overhead. And as you exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Lower your right foot, shake those legs out, and we'll come back to Tadasana with the hands at the heart. This time, we'll shift the weight to the right foot, keeping the knee soft. The left foot becomes light. You can press it against the ankle, the calf, or the upper inner thigh. Again, just for safety, we skip the knee. Push that foot into the leg. Push the leg into the foot. Find your gazing point and watch your breath. Optionally, if you feel stable, arms sweep up. Tree branches grow. Bring the hands back together, up overhead, and down in front of your heart. Lower the left foot. Shake those legs out. You know, I just realized the cicadas are supposed to be here any day, I guess. It'll be interesting to see if we'll be able to practice outside with the cicadas. I don't mind them. All right, nice wide stance. Outer edge. Oh, and we'll have to do locust pose, right? Outer edge of the feet parallel to the outer edges of your mat. Navel in, crown of the head reaching tall. Inhale, arms sweep up, and then as you exhale, hinge from the hips, folding forward. Bring the hands down to the ground, and we're going to stretch the inner thighs, the adductor muscles of our legs. So start to bend your left knee and shift the body over to the left as you stretch the inner thigh of that right leg. And breathe. Come back to center. And on the next exhale, you're going to shift the body weight over to the right as you bend the right knee, stretching the inner thigh of that left leg. Come back to center. Place the hands on the hips, press down through your feet to come up, and we're going to step our feet back to just femur width apart. Standing at the top of the mat. Francis, come here, buddy. Take a nice big step back with that right foot. Right toes point out slightly to the right. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, left knee bends. Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. As you inhale, straighten the left leg. Reach the fingertips towards the sky and keeping the length in the spine. As you exhale, hinge from the hips, folding forward over that left leg. Relax the head and neck here. Come up on the ball of your right foot and step forward. Forward fold. Bring your hands to your hips. Press down through the feet to come up. This time, we'll take a nice big step back with that left foot. Left toes point out slightly. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, right knee bends. Make sure the right knee doesn't go out past your ankle. And make sure you're rooting down through the outer edge of that back foot. As you inhale, straighten the right leg. Fingertips reach to the sky. Keep the length as you hinge from those hips, folding forward. Come up on the ball of the left foot, step forward, Uttanasana, forward fold. Bring the hands to the hips, press down through the feet to come up to standing. So from Tadasana, inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, folding forward and step your feet back to downward facing dog. Start to bend the knees. Go back down into child's pose and rest. So just place your arms wherever it feels restful. So now we're going to come to lay down on our bellies. Bring your arms by your sides, palms face the sky. As you inhale, the head, chest, and arms simultaneously lift up off of the mat. As you exhale, they lower. Inhale, head, chest, arms, lift. Exhale, lower. Continue to move with your breath. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Ardha Shalabhasana, half locust pose. Lift and lower one more time. When you finish, you can roll over onto your back and hug the knees into the chest. And then you'll keep the knees hugged in, but bring the arms out like a T, palms face the sky. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, you're going to twist to the right. So you'll tip the legs over to the right. Right leg comes to the ground, left leg rests on top of it, and you can turn the head to look to the left. Start to bring the knees back up, head comes to neutral. On the next exhale, you're going to tip the legs over to the left, twisting to the left, and turn the head to the right. Bring the knees back up. Press the soles of the feet up towards the sky. Rotate the ankles. Reverse the direction of that ankle rotation. Let the ankles become still, and you're just going to keep the legs up and breathe. Draw the knees into your chest. Keep the knees hugged in, but bring the knees out like a V. Take those arms between the legs, grasp the pinky toe sides of the feet. And then you're going to guide the soles of the feet to look up towards the sky and rock side to side. Now take the peace fingers of both hands and grasp the big toes. Extend through the heels, making a nice big V with the legs. If you'd like, you can rock side to side here. Start to draw the legs together, arms come together. And then lower the legs down to the ground as the arms lower up overhead. Take a nice full body stretch here. We're going to begin to transition into Shavasana. So grab anything that you might need and just lay down comfortably on your back. Allow the feet to just flop open. Relax the jaw by creating a space between the top and bottom rows of teeth. Let the natural breath take over. Rest in Shavasana. Slowly start to deepen the breath, becoming aware of the space around you and becoming aware of your body. Start to make subtle movements that feel good, like wiggling the fingers and toes. Rotate through the wrists and the ankles, and turn that head gently from side to side. Stretch through the arms and the legs like you're just waking up. Nice full body stretch. And then roll to the right side in the fetal position, and we'll stay there for a few breaths. Keeping the eyes closed if you'd like. Use your arms to bring yourself back up to a comfortable seated position. Once you get there, you can bring your hands together at your heart. Thank you for sharing your practice with me this morning. May you be happy. May you be peaceful. May you be free from suffering. May you have ease, and may you be well. Namaste.